What is the architecture of resilience? How does a heart, shattered into a million unrecognizable pieces, not only learn to beat again, but find the strength to build a cathedral from the ruins? It is the story of a woman who was always a force in her own right, but who was thrust into a searing, global spotlight by tragedy and asked to bear the impossible, to be the keeper of a flame so bright it lit the world. This is the world of Vanessa Bryant. But to understand the poised strength, the deliberate life, and the powerful empire she commands in 2026, we must first travel back to the beginning, to the simple, unscripted moment where this epic story truly began. Vanessa Lane's origin story is one of quiet determination, far from the glitter of Los Angeles. Born in 1982, she grew up in a working-class, multicultural family in Huntington Beach, California. Her mother was of Mexican, German, and Irish descent. Her father was African American. Her childhood was marked not by extravagance, but by the solid values of hard work, family loyalty, and education. She was a standout student and a dedicated cheerleader at Marina High School, a young woman of notable beauty and discipline, but one whose dreams were likely anchored in the tangible: college, a career, a stable family. The luxury of global fame was not on her radar. Her first struggle, in many ways, was one of identity and belonging, navigating her mixed heritage in a complex social landscape, an experience that would later forge in her a deep empathy and a protective instinct for her own family's unique place in the world. At 17, her path collided with destiny when she met an 18-year-old basketball prodigy named Kobe Bryant, who was already on the cusp of NBA superstardom. Their connection was immediate and intense. This, however, was her first introduction to a life in the blinding public eye, and it came with immense pressure. The struggle was to hold on to her own identity, Vanessa Lane, while being swept into the tornado of Kobe Bryant's girlfriend. She faced scrutiny from the media, skepticism from Kobe's advisors, and even some fans, and the daunting challenge of maintaining a private, real relationship in a world that wanted to consume it as a public commodity. Her quiet strength was formed here, in choosing love against a chorus of outside opinions, in building a fortress of normalcy for them both amidst the chaos. Their fairy tale wedding in 2001 was a defiant statement of their bond, but the years that followed were a masterclass in navigating both profound joy and very public pain. Vanessa embraced the role of NBA wife and later mother with grace, creating a warm, nurturing home for their growing family: Natalia, Gianna, Bianca, and Capri. She was Kobe's anchor, the steady center of his universe, managing their home life with precision and love while he pursued historic greatness on the court. But the luxury of their life, the stunning mansions in Newport Coast, the private jets, the courtside seats, was intermittently shattered by tabloid storms. The most severe test came in 2003 with the sexual assault allegations against Kobe in Colorado. This was Vanessa's crucible. Standing beside her husband at that press conference, holding his hand, she displayed a steely, public composure that belied the private agony she must have endured. The struggle here was of a magnitude few can comprehend. To protect her family, to maintain her dignity, to support her husband through his own turmoil, and to somehow keep their foundation from cracking. It was a testament to a love that was complex, deeply committed, and resilient. She emerged from that period not broken, but with a fortified sense of what truly mattered: the sanctity of their family unit. The subsequent years seemed to show a relationship matured and deepened by trial. They celebrated championships, business ventures, like Kobe's Oscar-winning Dear Basketball, and the pure joy of raising their 4 daughters. Vanessa's luxury became the family she had built, a cocoon of love and tradition she curated with immense care. Then, on January 26, 2020, the unthinkable happened. A helicopter crash in the foggy hills of Calabasas took the lives of her beloved husband, Kobe, and their radiant, basketball-obsessed daughter, Gianna Gigi Bryant. In an instant, Vanessa's world was annihilated. The global outpouring of grief was immense, but it was nothing compared to the abyss of personal loss she and her surviving daughters faced. This was not a struggle, it was a cataclysm. The luxury of private grief was stolen from her. She was now a global symbol of loss, the widow of a legend, the the grieving mother of a rising star. Every move, every tear, every Instagram post was analyzed. Her struggle was threefold. First, the simple, Herculean task of waking up each day and breathing for herself, Natalia, Bianca, and Capri. Second, to navigate the legal and logistical nightmares that followed the crash, including lawsuits against the helicopter company and the fight to prevent the circulation of graphic crash site photos, a battle she fought with ferocious maternal protectiveness. Third, and perhaps most daunting, to decide what to do with the towering legacy now in her care. How does one honor such a loss without being consumed by it? Vanessa's response to this has been the defining chapter of her life. Now, let us step into the world of Vanessa Bryant in 2026. The raw, jagged edges of grief have, with time and unimaginable strength, been woven into the fabric of a new life. A life dedicated to purpose, preservation, and profound love. Her luxury is no longer defined by material possessions, though she is undoubtedly wealthy, but by the weight of her mission and the sanctity of her peace. Let's begin with her home. The sprawling Newport Coast estate, filled with memories, remains a sacred space, but it is likely not her primary residence. She may have chosen a different, still private and secure property, perhaps also in Southern California, that offers a fresh start while honoring the past. This home is a sanctuary of light and family. The design is warm, modern, and inviting. Sunlight floods through large windows. The walls are a gallery of joy. Beautiful, candid photographs of Kobe and Gigi, professional portraits of all her daughters, artwork created by Bianca and Capri. There are subtle, tasteful nods to Kobe's career, a framed jersey, his books on a shelf, but the overall feeling is one of a living, present home, not a mausoleum. A dedicated Gigi's room might exist, filled with her basketball memorabilia, sneakers, and notebooks, preserved as an inspiration for her sisters. The backyard is a paradise for children. A pool, a play set, a basketball court where Natalia might shoot around with her younger sisters, the sounds of their play a bittersweet and beautiful soundtrack. This home's luxury is its safety, its warmth, its function as the bedrock from which her daughters can grow. Vanessa Bryant's personal style in 2026 is one of elegant, powerful minimalism. She has always possessed a natural, refined beauty, but her style now carries a new depth. You will see her in impeccably tailored pieces, a sleek black blazer by the Row or Max Mara, worn over a simple white t-shirt and designer jeans. For formal events, she chooses gowns that speak of strength, not frivolity. A single shoulder column dress in deep burgundy, a tailored tuxedo suit, or an elegant jumpsuit. Her color palette is often neutral, blacks, navies, creams, deep greens, with occasional bold pops of purple, a color associated with Kobe's final investment fund and now his legacy. Her jewelry is meaningful rather than merely expensive. The wedding band she still wears, a delicate necklace with pendants bearing her children's initials, perhaps the Mamba and Mambasita insignia. Her hair is often worn in soft, natural waves or a sleek, low bun. Her makeup is flawless but understated, emphasizing her striking eyes. Every public appearance is deliberate, composed, and carries the quiet authority of a woman who has stared into the abyss and is now building from its edge. Mobility for Vanessa is defined by security, privacy, and necessity. The memories associated with helicopter travel are tragically permanent, so her travel is exclusively by ground or commercial air, but with the highest levels of discretion. For local travel in Los Angeles, she is driven in a discreet, armored SUV with blacked-out windows, often with security detail. For longer trips with her daughters, she flies first class, using her status and resources to ensure a private, hassle-free experience, shielding her family from intrusive attention. The luxury here is not opulence, but the creation of a protective bubble that allows her family to move through the world with a sense of normalcy and safety. It is a non-negotiable aspect of their life. But the true core of Vanessa Bryant's luxury lifestyle in 2026 is her role as the CEO of the Bryant legacy. She is not merely a beneficiary. She is the chief executive, the visionary, and the fierce protector. Her primary office is the headquarters of the Mamba and Mombasita Sports Foundation, a sleek, purposeful space that feels more like a mission control center than a corporate suite. Here, she works with a dedicated team to direct millions of dollars in funding to support underserved athletes, particularly young women in sports, and to promote youth mental health initiatives. She is deeply, personally involved in grant selection and program development, ensuring the foundation's work authentically reflects Kobe's passion and Gigi's spirit. She also oversees all business ventures under the Kobe Bryant estate, a portfolio worth hundreds of millions. This includes his Nike line, where she has been instrumental in ensuring new releases honor his vision and quality, and in championing the continued development of Gigi's line. She negotiates multimedia deals for documentaries and projects about Kobe's life and career, maintaining strict creative control to ensure his story is told with respect and nuance. She has published poignant, best-selling children's books celebrating the bond between fathers and daughters, turning personal pain into a universal message of love. Her social life is carefully curated and purposeful. She is not a fixture on the celebrity party circuit. Her public appearances are almost exclusively linked to her philanthropic work. Hosting the foundation's annual gala, a star-studded event that raises millions, attending dedications of basketball courts in underserved communities, or presenting awards in Kobe and Gigi's name. Privately, her circle is small, trusted, and protective. She spends her time with her family, her surviving in-laws like Pau Gasol, who has become a devoted uncle figure to her girls, and a tight-knit group of lifelong friends who knew her before she was Kobe's wife. The luxury is in the quality of these connections. They are real, deep, and free from pretense. Perhaps the most profound luxury Vanessa Bryant possesses in 2026 is the luxury of defined purpose and hard-won peace. Her life is a monument to love, not loss. Her mornings are spent getting her younger daughters ready for school. Her afternoons might involve foundation meetings or reviewing design mock-ups for a new Mamba facility. Her evenings are for homework, family dinners, and sharing stories about Kobe and Gigi, so Bianca and Capri, who are so young, can know them. She has navigated the legal battles with tenacity, winning significant settlements, and, more importantly, precedents for privacy for grieving families. She has watched Natalia blossom into a young woman, a model and student, with a mother's proud, watchful eye. The struggle to simply breathe has transformed into the strength to build. Her luxury is the clarity of her mission, to raise strong, joyful daughters, to extend Kobe and Gigi's light into the world through concrete action, and to protect their memory with a lioness's heart. She lives with the constant presence of absence, but she has built a life within that space that is full of meaning, service, and an enduring, powerful love. Vanessa Bryant in 2026 embodies a luxury that cannot be bought. The grace to transform unparalleled pain into a legacy of hope, and the strength to be the unwavering keeper of a flame that will illuminate generations to come.